Honorable Majority Leader, Honorable National Assembly members here present, distinguished invited guests, clerk and staff of the National Assembly, the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure and delight that I welcome you all on behalf of the clerk of the National Assembly to the third edition of the National Assembly Open Day. This engagement, which we do annually with the support of the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, is aimed at bringing the legislature closer to the people. The theme for this year's celebration is bringing Parliament closer to the people. The objective is to celebrate the work and contribution of legislature by ensuring that the people and their representatives and the staff that supports the work of National Assembly members interact, share the unique history, role, work, as well as the challenges and successes of the legislature. Those of you who are of faith with the National Assembly will agree with me that we have come a long way. Suffice it to say, today's event brings Parliament closer to the people and vice versa. To create the necessary connection and build strong relationships with partners and stakeholders. I therefore encourage all of you to make maximum use of the day to explore Parliament building and learn about how the institution performs its core mandate of legislation, oversight, and representation. It is our conviction that with greater popular participation and involvement, the work and role of Assembly and NAM will be better understood and appreciated to overcome some of the challenges faced by the legislature, thereby facilitating their social contract with the Gambian people. The Open Day demonstrates the commitment of the legislature to be a more open and accessible institution to the public. And furthermore, it donates the note and improvement in our service delivery and promotion of citizen engagement. This year's event will take a slightly different form. After the opening session, there will be a conducted tour of the Assembly so that you all can have a feel of where and how the members of the Assembly and staff work. From there, we will be divided into 3 thematic groups. The Admin and Finance Division will be at the auditorium. The Legislative Business and Programs will be at the Committee Room 1. And the Legal and Procedural Matters Division will be at Committee Room 2. We will be providing briefings in these thematic groups on the work we do and as well take questions and concerns from you. You are all at liberty to walk into any of these thematic groups. To conclude, please allow me to once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Assalamu alaikum to you all and good morning. It is with great pleasure that I invite you, honorable members, the staff of the National Assembly, civil society, journalists, and the public to this year's National Assembly Open Day. This is the 3rd edition of the annual Open Day, which is organized by the National Assembly in collaboration with Westminster Foundation for Democracy. At WFD, we believe democracy underpins the solution to the major challenges of our time, but through 3 key pillars of inclusion, transparency, and accountability, we can build a fairer and more inclusive society. WFD is a UK public body dedicated in strengthening democracy around the world. For more than 30 years, we have actively helped democracies to grow stronger so that freedom and prosperity can flourish. Our patron is the Speaker of the UK House of Commons, and we have a board of cross-party MPs and independent experts. WFD in the Gambia was established in 2018. Since then, WFD and the National Assembly has been working together to create opportunities that bring the voices of citizens closer to Parliament and to find ways of driving openness and dialogue in both directions. Today is an opportunity for that openness and dialogue. The Open Day is a platform where members of Parliament and staff will share the unique history, role, and work, as well as challenges and successes of the Assembly body, and also bring Parliament closer to the people, hence the theme for this year. We hope participants here and those following online will come to learn more about working and processes of the National Assembly, and that today will form a basis of future interest and engagement with parliamentary work. It is only through popular participation by an informed citizenry that we can enhance and strengthen democracy. Without much further ado, let me once again express our appreciation and gratitude to the Speaker and the Clerk, and indeed to the entire members of staff of the National Assembly for the immense cooperation and partnership they render to WFP since its establishment. We continue to enjoy immense cordial working relationship, which we wish to cultivate to best advantage of both institutions. I wish you all a successful event. Thank you very much.
As well, finance and accountability. These are committees that members of the National Assembly utilize their experts and experience to hold government accountable to the people. Because this is the representative of our constituents as the government and as the people. Therefore, the supreme authority of this country is vested on members of the National Assembly. For us to effectively perform that role, Parliament, together with our development partners, continues to empower and enhance the capacity of members of the National Assembly so that they will be able to be equal to the task of representation, oversight, and legislation, without which they won't be able to perform their duties as mandated by the Constitution. Later on the day, our experts and members of the staff, headed by the clerk, they will take you into various units and also take you through the memory lane of how it evolved and what are our roles and responsibilities. And in fact, those groups who will be lucky to be part of the legislative process will be able to have the opportunity to know what process, what step the National Assembly will take to enact legislation, which is very interesting. The various procedures and processes until finally Parliament approve or approve a proposed legislation from either the executive or a member of Parliament. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the theme of the day, bringing the National Assembly closer to the people and vice versa, hence create the necessary connection and build strong relationships with partners and stakeholders. It is intended that the making of this day will serve to raise favorable public perception and enhance public participation and involvement in the work of the legislature. With greater popular participation and involvement, the work and role of the Assembly and members will be better understood and appreciated. Hence, it will overcome some of the challenges faced by the legislature, thereby facilitating their role in representation, lawmaking, and oversight. The overall objective of bringing Parliament to the people shows how the National Assembly is operating between the three spheres of government. In this way, Parliament is contributing to the building of participatory democracy by ensuring that citizens not only vote every 5 years for their representative, but they are also able to participate in decisions that affect their lives. We hold government accountable, and it's our constituent, the electorate youth, who should hold members of the National Assembly accountable. And there are a lot of measures by either engaging us in our various committees, in our open days, and as well as our public discussion, and as well as, of course, putting forward in form of petition either us or the public. In fact, by petitioning us of issues that you think should be addressed that affect every Gambian irrespective of the institution, for us drawing attention to that, in effect, you are holding us accountable and you are also holding us to task. The overall objective of bringing Parliament to the people shows how the National Assembly is operating between the three spheres of government. In this way, Parliament is contributing to the building of participatory democracy by ensuring that citizens not only vote every 5 years for their representation, but they are also able to participate in the decisions that affect their lives. I'm optimistic that the people will take advantage of the day to engage with NAMS and service staff to learn and appreciate the important place of the National Assembly in the Gambia and how it influences and impacts everyone. I therefore urge you to take advantage of today and clear every perception you might have about the legislature. Together we can bridge the information gap and move together as a collective to build a country. Whilst I wish you all a successful open day, allow me to conclude by commending our development partners, particularly the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, for always supporting efforts of the National Assembly to be responsive, accountable, and a democratic legislation. I also wish to thank friends of the National Assembly who are joining together with us in our quest to ensuring that there is robust and effective and efficient National Assembly for service delivery. On that note, I wish you a successful open day. Thank you.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, the honorable members here present, the clerk, deputy clerk, directors here present, the staff, students, ladies and gentlemen. I missed last year's session. That's why this session I will beg your indulgence to give me more time to catch up. But I have prepared a lot of material. Now I want to say to the team, bringing the National Assembly closer to the people is important because this is one institution that thrives on tradition. If there's any institution which upholds tradition, it's this one. Everything they do here is heritage, and that makes it, somehow outstanding. My brother here, the clerk, the work that Mr. Watt, the first clerk in 1914, he is exactly what he is doing today in 2024. Maybe the quantum, of course, has increased because then he had 6 MPs, now he has 60. So the quantum, but it's the same. Everything here is tradition. My other brother, Mr. Mbai, is the director of table, as they call it. It's the same thing since 1940. So everything here we do is tradition. And this is why, some people ask me why I am always interested in the proceedings of assembly. I follow it, I said, because everything they do is heritage. Everything they do is heritage. I will start, for example, just to give you a few examples. Even the hierarchy of the assembly, starting from speaker. It has been like that since the first speaker was appointed in 1954. 1954, that's 70 years ago, Sir John Mahoney. Before that, the rank of speaker was called president, and it was the governor who was the president. So there was a combination of mixing the executive power and the legislative power, because the governor at Government House, State House, was also the speaker of the legislative, council. So there was no division of labor. There was no separation of powers as the student of political science. See, that started with the 1924 Constitution, when Sir John Mahoney was elected the first speaker 70 years ago. But the work remains the same. Even the way Sir John Mahoney dressed and the way that the current Honorable Speaker dressed is the same. So it's tradition. Oh, well, yeah, the heart has changed somewhat. But the protocol, the pomp, the pageantry is the same. So it's tradition. You have deputy speaker. The first deputy speaker was Lamin Torabuj, 1962. See, the MP for India. And now, in those days, because we don't have many educated people, you can be a Banjulian and become MP for Salo, like Ibn Jai, our first MP. He was from Banjul. So Torabuj was from Yamina, but he was MP for Idiasa. Ibn Jai, a Banjul man, was MP for Sokoto.